Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Najuan, aka NueNew, the hair diva. I am coming in to do a playing in my makeup video, so it's probably going to be long. This is going to be one of those videos that if you don't want to watch a long video, it is okay. I have other videos that you can watch and I will leave some links below. But this video was created for a friend of mine named Lisa Vega here on the YT for her Facebook. And what I'm going to be doing is just showing you what I do when I'm playing in my makeup to perfect some of the techniques that I have learned. So just to help me get myself started, I have done just a little bit of my eyebrows. I'll zoom in so that you can see what I'm talking about. I've done a little bit of my eyebrows. I haven't finished them, and I've also put on eyeshadow primer. That's why I look so white up there. And yeah, I'm just going to go through showing you the products that I use, and we're going to go ahead and start this makeup. I am going to be using this Urban Decay eyeshadow palette only for the mirror. As we go through the makeup, I will definitely show it to you. So I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit. Hopefully right about there you can still see what I'm doing. And let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna pull my hair back, and yeah, that should work. We're gonna get started. So the first thing that I put on my eyes was this Nicka K lip pencil in the color Cherry. And I always use these lip pencils for my brows because I color my hair and it matches my hair. The next thing I'm going to do is use this Nicka K lip pencil in brown. And that's what I'm going to do to fill in the back part of my brows. So we're going to do that right now. And they give me a precise line, so I'm good with that. They're about 99 cents, and you can also get them at any beauty supply store. So for me, a lip pencil that works as a brow pencil, 99 cents, I'm gonna keep using it. All right, so what I do to lock them on, because it is a lip pencil, it is very creamy, so it's really easy for it to move just in case you do touch your face. I am going in with my Sephora Pro brush. This is in the number 20. And it has the spoolie on the end. And I like to use this makeup lock and seal. And you can get this off the e.l.f. website. And if I don't have this, then the next best thing that I like to use is my Ben Nye glitter glue. And I just put a couple of drops here on the brush, and I brush it through my brows. And this is like my drugstore version instead of using the Anastasia Beverly Hills. So yeah, I brush that through my brows, both sides. Let me make sure that I get enough on there. And this is what helps it stay on. It also helps me to make my brows a little bigger if I need to. I think that's gonna be okay. When it dries down without moving, and I definitely like that. Yeah, so this is my drugstore version of doing my brows. So that's what they're going to look like for the rest of the night. Because I'm just playing in makeup, so nothing has to be specific, but I do this for work. The eyeshadow primer that I put on is this Urban Decay Anti-Aging, and I just put that on and wiped it, blended it out with my fingers on both sides. So for my under eye, I do have a little bit of fine lines, so there is some products that I like to use. I'm trying to use up this SmashBox Under Eye Hydrating Primer. So I just take that and push some up, and I put it right here under my eye. It helps, it keeps it hydrated, especially since it's so cold. I just take my finger and blend that out. Just looking up to, you know, get it right there in those creases. And massage that out. So that's what it looks like. I'm gonna do the other side. And it doesn't leave a white cast or anything under my eye. It's just a moisturizer for your under eye. I don't blend it all the way in because I want it to be as moisturized as possible. But I do make sure that I get it enough moisture under my eyes to make sure that it is, you know, gonna hold on to the makeup, as well as, like I said, for the 15th time, keep it moisturized. All right, so now after using that, if I don't do my brows with those pencils, I usually use the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, and this is in the color dark brown. But with that, I usually have to go underneath with some concealer, and I didn't want to, you know, take too long to do that. So now what I do is I take this powder from Laura Mercier and I go over my eyelids. And the type of brush that I use is from Real Techniques. And this brush here, let me see, what do you say? I can't see what it says that it's supposed to be, but this is what the brush looks like. And I like to use this because it's fluffy, it's nice and soft, and it my eyelids aren't that big, so you know it covers everything fairly well. So I'm just gonna take that and go over my whole lid, and I hope to put this video on my YouTube channel and see if anybody wants to see me do my makeup when I'm playing in makeup. Not every day, but just, you know, makeup that I probably wouldn't get a chance to wear at work all the time. Okay, so that's the powder. We're going to come back to that. Now for some primer. I use the SmashBox Photo Finish Primer Water. So we're just going to spray that. This stuff really does work, and I like how it dries into my skin. However, it doesn't help fill in pores or anything like that. So the next thing that I use over it is the SmashBox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. So that's what I'm gonna do. Child, I must be tired. I'm dropping stuff on the floor already. So I put that in the areas that I think I'm gonna need, which is usually the cheeks, right here in the middle of my forehead, my nose, and my chin. And this will leave a little bit of a cast on your skin, but you want to pat it in. And I also do it on my fine lines, my smile lines here. So you don't want to rub that in too hard because it will bead up. Just get that on my nose and right here in this area, the middle of my forehead. not too much. It dries nicely and you can't see it under the makeup. Make sure I get this smile line as well. Okay, so we got all the primers and brows done and the eyes are prepared. Alright, so now the next thing I start to do is I go into the shadows that I want to use, and I am going to be using my beauty box for the month. So I'm using my Lorac Mega Pro 4 palette. And let me show you the colors. I probably should use the mirror in this, but these are what the colors look like. And I don't really know what I want to do, but I do know, let's see, let's get a brush for this. An all over brush. I'll take this brush again, and the brush that I'm going to use, I showed you that. The color that I'm going to use for my first color is called Mocha, this brown right here. And I'm just going to use the mirror that it comes with. And I pretty much put that on kind of like the whole lid. It's my transition color, but I go over the entire lid. It's almost like setting as well as giving me color as well. Everybody does makeup differently, so you know, however you do it that works for you, definitely do it that way. This is just how I do it. Not a beauty guru, not trying to be. I just want my makeup to look pretty as I use it. So we have that first color down. And the next color I'm going to use, I'm going to switch my brush. This is the Sephora Tapered Crease Brush number 19. Looks like that. And the next color that I'm going to go into, I don't know, these colors I use all the time. And this is going to be Spice. And that's this reddish color here. It's kind of like a reddish brown. I'm going to use that and take that into my crease. And as you see, I didn't take it up as high as I did the last color. And I also kind of do like swiping circles in the corner. And I bring it all the way in. We're going to do that on both sides. This is a very pretty color. I really like this color for my everyday makeup looks. I try to stay my best not to come out too far past my brows, but usually when I put my foundation on, that cleans it up. So that's what this color looks like. And I just make sure that I keep blending as much as I can to try not to have, you know, a harsh line of demarcation. But for me, if I do, I just go back with this brush and I kind of swipe over the top. I'm not adding any more color to my eyes. And that helps me blend out that color. So this is what my eyes look like already. Okay, so let's see. What's the next color we should use? Now, I haven't used all the colors in here, so I'm going to try something different. Let's see. How about we use this kind of shimmering blue? This is called Steel Wool. So to me it looks blue, but it could be gray. I don't know. We're just playing. So let me get a brush for that. I'm going to take this Sephora brush. I've changed all my brushes to Sephora brushes, so that's why each brush, with the exception of the Real Techniques brush, is what you're going to see. And this one is the All Over Shadow in number 12. It's a large one. And let's see, I done decided not to use the Urban Decay for the mirror. Okay, so I'm taking steel wool on my brush, tap some off, and I'm gonna go in the corner. Yeah, so it's kind of like it looks blue, but it is a silver. And I'm brushing that, kind of touching in the crease and pulling down so that it's more color on the bottom and not as much on the top. And I'm just going to kind of pack that on. We do not know what this is going to look like in the end, but we just going to go with it. That's what it looks like so far. I tap in and I pull down. And as you can see, I get more pigment on the bottom than I do the top. So that's how I apply my shadows. And sometimes I'll take it and swipe it, but I like to do it this way. So let me have a look. Make sure I'm not making no mess. Alright, so that's where we are with that. Gonna wipe my brush off, and we're gonna try another color. Let's try this color called Shadow. Looks like a darker gray. By me playing in my makeup, it also lets me know what's gonna work and what's not. So I'm gonna take that and put that in the corner. And I'm just going to pat and kind of swipe inward, giving myself a smoky eye. So far, so good. Can't complain. Kind of just swipe inward so that I can blend the color out as well as apply it. And not go too far. And I do like that I have this darker reddish brown on top. To me, it gives me a little dimension. It's kind of like my safe color. And now we're going to do the other side. And just swipe inward. Yeah. Normally, to me, my makeup looks better after I have applied my foundation. So that's what we have so far. That's what that looks like. Alright. Last thing I do is I take this brush again and I kind of just go over the whole thing one more time. Blend out those edges. Make everything kind of work together. Okay, now we're going to put something in the tear duct area as well as under the brow bone. So, another Sephora brush. This is the Precision Smudge brush, but as you can see, it's like a dome brush that comes to a tip. And for that, I think what I'm gonna do is go in with this shade here. It's a blue and it's called Fairy Tale, right there. So I'm gonna take that and put that in the inner tear duct because it's icy. Can you see that? I do like that. So I'm gonna just put some of that in there. And we will work on the bottom half later. Okay, so far, so good. Now, for underneath my brow, the color, I could use a color out of here, but the color that I have really been enjoying has come from Urban Decay, singles that I have, and this is in ABC Gum. And I have a specific brush from Sephora that I found used. When I use it for this, it works well. And this is called the Eye Enhancer, and I do believe that it is flat on the top. That's what that looks like. And I really like how that works. So I'm gonna just get some of that color. And I'm gonna go and do my brow bone. Okay, let's see. And what I like about this color is almost like an eraser. If I do too much, it erases that color that I have. Like if I've gone too high, then it just helps blends it and makes it look really nice. So I do like that. And that's where we are. Now I know my brows probably look quite shiny, but they don't stay that way because we have powder and things like that that's going to go on the face. So now what I do is I start to conceal some things. I'm using this LA Girl Pro Concealer in Peach. And also my basic color, which is the color Toast. With Peach, I just put a little bit down for my under eye, the little bit of darkness that I see. Not too much. And then I'm going to go in with the color Toast. And sometimes this color Toast I can use as a all over foundation as well. So I do like that. And for this, I kind of just swipe across my little dark areas that you see. I wipe over those like that. Try not to put too much on. And then I hit these areas where I have a little bit of dark spots. And then I have like this line on my nose, so I try to make sure I get that. And I usually do a couple of swipes right there. And as you can see, it's not a whole lot. Taking my Real Techniques beauty blender, and I start under my eye, and I get as close as I can, and I just kind of pat it in. And it lets me see what my eyeshadow is going to look like as well. So I definitely like that. Get right up under the eyes. If I feel like I need to erase up in here, I'll just swipe and turn in like a circle to get some of that extra eyeshadow off. And then above my brows. Now here's something that I do that most people excuse me, most people don't. I will take my blender and kind of pat upwards on my brows, and that takes away that shine. But keep in mind, I do have bright lights on, so it still may look shiny, but as of right now it doesn't. And I'll show you, nothing has come off, no color has come off. So that makeup lock and seal definitely keeps it on. Now that we have that on, I'm going to go into my foundation, and then we'll hit back under the eyes again. I'm using my SmashBox Liquid Halo Foundation in number 9. This has been discontinued. I only have one other bottle left, so I am looking for a foundation to replace it. One pump on both sides of the face. I'm not a full coverage kind of girl, so I don't need a whole lot. Take my blender again, and then I just blend it out. I already concealed, so it's not like I need to have a full coverage of everything, but I definitely just want my skin to look as nice as it possibly can. And when I do it that way, I feel like I'm not wasting my foundation, especially since I can't get it anymore. I don't even think I could find it on Amazon, so yeah. Let's see. Are you doing this right, NueNew? I think so. Kind of go under the neck. And yeah. Let me just turn this way. Okay, because that's better lighting for me. Alright. That's where we are. Let's move that out of the way. Okay, so now for powder to hold everything, I take the Laura Mercier powder once again, and my sponge, I flip it over on the other side, and this is what I use for under my eye. So I go on ahead and I set that, my forehead and chin, and I don't do any baking, so I just go ahead and press that in on my nose, the areas that I put the concealer, and usually I'm good with that. Okay, so that's all we need for the loose powder. Okay, let's see. I gotta move some things out of the way. And now I'm going for the rest of the powder on my face. And what I am using, this is my matte compact. However, what I have in it is the Absolute New York powder in the color Sable. So another Sephora brush. I just knocked one on the floor. I don't think I'm gonna need that one. And this one is the Flawless powder brush. It looks like that. And I've hit pan, y'all. So I take a little bit of that and I go over the rest of my face. And I don't use a lot of this either, because like I said, I'm a lightweight girl. I don't like to have a whole bunch of makeup on my face, and I don't mind some of my imperfections showing through. It's okay. That's about all of the powder I'm going to use. That's probably why it takes me so long to get through everything, because I don't use that much of it. Now for a little bit of contour. I don't really contour, but I do like to warm up my skin a little bit, because right now everything looks the same. This is my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Deep. It is my summer color, but I realized that it works, my nose itching, quite well for me when I am using it as a contour. So this brush here, another Sephora brush, this is the Pro Precision powder brush number 59. I'm going to get some of that on my brush. And it's a mineralized skin finish, so you can just add and add and add that, and to me, never have too much. So definitely go across my forehead, just the edges of my face, a little bit in here, not too much. Just to give me some kind of definition, but not too much. And around my jawline. Now it may or may not show up, but like I said, I like to be lightweight. So that's all we're going to use for that. Now we're going to do some blush, and like I said, I will go back to the eyes. So for the blush, I'm using 2. I'm going to be using my NARS Taj Mahal, which looks like that. And I am also going to be using my MAC blush in Raisin, which looks like that. The next Sephora brush is, let's see, this is the Precision Blush Brush number 73. That's what it looks like. So I'm gonna do the Raisin first. And I told a friend that I have here that I like to have my blush go from here to here. That's how I like to put my blush on. So you see that is all the way back here. And I go kind of like in circles to blend out the edges. But you can just do, you know, straight lines like that. So that's how I like to do my blush. Let me see, I didn't get enough on it this time. I don't want to block you from seeing. And I go in like little circles to blend it out. Alright, let me just check one side from the other. Okay, so far so good. With the same brush, I'm going to go into my NARS Taj Mahal that we have here. And I'm going to use this kind of like a topper, but it's not going to be my highlight. We will do that. So as you can see, kind of gives that blush a little bit of glow. Grab some more. Yeah, I'm still learning to blend different blushes together. And so far, so good with some of the combinations that I've come up with. Alright, so there's the blush. Now we're going to do the highlight. The highlight. Now I have all these different MAC compacts that I have collected, and I don't want to get rid of them. So with that, get that out the way. I have this MAC compact from the Wash and Dry collection, but it is holding my Anastasia Beverly Hills I think it's called Golden Glow Highlight. And I have another Sephora brush. This is my highlighting brush, Pro Highlight number 98. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to get some of that on here. I hope I didn't do too much. We're going to put that on. This is kind of like my favorite color, and I go up the sides. And when I mix it with that Taj Mahal, it just blends in very well. So I like that, and I flip the brush over and blend to try to blend it out somewhat. So now I'm gonna put some right here. It just works. Go up the sides. So far, so good for what we have. That is the highlight. Now I'm going to go back and work on my eyes once again. So I'm going to take this Sephora brush here. Is an eyeshadow brush, but I use it sometimes as a smudging brush. And this is called the Pro Shader number 18. It's very small. I'm going to take that reddish brown color and go underneath. Okay, let's see. And really get that on there. Kind of connect it. So yeah, so far so good with that. I'm just following what I see others do. So, so far so good. And you see how that shadow came down on the other side? I like that. So we're just gonna leave that in that area. I didn't have to do any more because it's already highlighted there. All right, so that's there. Now let's do some mascara. The two mascaras that I'm still using up is my MAC Giga Black mascara. I know some people use it for their lower lash line. I do as well, but I really like it for my upper lashes as well as the Lash Paradise. So the first ones I use is the Giga Black because I really like how it separates my lashes. So this works well. Get in there and I get them as coated as best as I can. It lets me come out to the edges. And see, so far so good with that. That's a really good mascara. Let's do the other side. It's the brush wand that really works when you want to get every little lash, and that's why I think it's really good for the lower lash line. And I don't always do my lower lash line, but hopefully tonight without any errors I can do that. So let's see, we're gonna try to do this lower lash line at the same time because I don't have any anything on my waterline, so this will kind of help give me that black color on my waterline as well, because unlike everyone else, I go very close to my to my lower waterline. It's crazy. I always get mascara on that area. Why can't I talk? Maybe because it's late. So we have that. And now I'm going to go over just the top lashes with the Lash Paradise. This is in brown, but I like how full and thick it makes my lashes, almost like I have on falsies. So once I finish this, I will definitely be repurchasing this in the black. Baby girl brought this for me and she picked up the wrong color. But it's okay, it still works. And I like how full. So that's where we are so far. All right, last but not least, we're gonna do the lips. Okay, so with this, I think I'm going to do 3-piece combination. The colors that I'm going to use, I'm going to use my MAC lipstick in Stone. That's what that color looks like. So that's going to be part 1. And y'all, NueNew needs her glasses. I could barely see what I'm doing. So I'm going to put that on. No lip liner. So that's part 1. Now I'm going to take this Nicka K True Matte lipstick, and it's a liquid lipstick in Millbrook. I'm going to go over that, but not the whole lip. Let's see, I'm running out of this. Thank goodness I brought another one. Can you see how it's giving it kind of like a little bit more mauve-y tone? Okay. Last but not least, I am going to use this Ruby Kisses Forever Matte. This is a lighter color in I'm Chic. Let's get that open, and I'm just gonna put this in the middle. See how that works. There we are. And then I'm going to spray my face. Wouldn't be me if I didn't drop it. I'm going to spray my face with a mixture. I use MAC Fix Plus as well as Ben Nye Final Seal, and I mix it together. So I'm going to shake it up in this smaller container, and that's because I like how the MAC Fix Plus gives me a glow, but I love how the Ben Nye Final Seal locks in the makeup, so it's not going to move. So let's see. All right. Yeah, you see how all of that just kind of merged together? Sometimes I have to take my little blender and just make sure any of the droplets that may come out on my face that's too big, I go on ahead and, you know, get that out of the way. And I believe that is it for this playing in makeup. So we're going to take this off. Kind of get my hair not to be so flat. And I'm going to zoom out some. And so this is what my makeup looks like for playing in makeup on this snowy day. We have the brows and the eyes done, the lashes and lower lash line. We have on blush too. We have highlight, lipstick, and that's what we look like. So let me bring it in just a little closer. Alrighty. Let me know if you like this video, if it wasn't too long for you. I am going to post this on my friend's Facebook page, and I think I'm going to post it on my YouTube channel. And if you like it, you do. Let me know if you want to see more. To all be blessed. Wear your makeup, play in your makeup, and NueNew will see you in a few days with the next video. Bye.